Yeah, sorry, I lost my voice. But firstly, it's to draw the line in the sand, like Coach Fleck emphasized after the Michigan game. Draw a line in the sand, learn from the 6 games, learn something new from every game. Took it to heart when we said we played a full season. We did play a full season in 4 games, but even though those 6 games too, we played a full season in 6 games. So just learning different things each game. For me, I worked on being more accurate. I took that extremely seriously this bye week. Be more accurate, preparing always, being better in my preparation. And yeah, drawing that line in the sand, we got, another 6 games. It's a new season, and we're ready to go.
So with your accuracy, was it mechanical work? Was it just looking at different things, or what was it?
Yeah, I think accuracy could help in, it could be caused by a lot of different things. I mean, confidence, preparation, mechanics. For me, it was more my mechanics. A lot of you'll see, a lot of times, when I threw the ball, I was always on my back foot, or I was always super forward, and just working on staying balanced. And I think that was very important for me to understand, learn, and now apply it coming forward. Yeah, every year they have a great defense. I have a ton of respect for them. They got playmakers everywhere. Very good nickelback, very good corners, good defensive line, and they're very disciplined, very, very disciplined. I got a ton of respect for them, playing them last year and then now going to play them again. I'm very excited to play there, come to Minnesota to play in rivalry games. So to be in that kind of atmosphere, to play them, it's going to be an exciting game. We're really excited as a team. 1-game championship season, though, of course. I mean, every game's its own game. We're really excited to go there. They're really good, though. So, yeah, there isn't plays that can lose games, but there's plays that can win games. And I think that's the biggest thing I've taken. Watching last year's film, and then playing them. That's for sure. My pick last year, most fumble. Those are plays you wish you could have back. But, we get to play them again, learn from the mistakes, and it's time to apply the things that we've learned.
Do you see any difference in Iowa from last year to this year?
Honestly, no. They're really, really good. I mean, they're good every year. Ever since I've been a kid, they've been good. I got a ton of respect for them. So nothing changes about what I've seen last year compared to – they just got new players. Lost some guys, but they didn't lose a lot of guys. They're really good. So. Yeah, of course. Finish drives, can't do 3-and-outs. That's a huge thing that has been emphasized, not only from Coach Harbaugh, but for me, and then the rest of the staff or the athletes. But yeah, we can't do 3-and-outs. Not in games like these, not in any game. Honestly, we can't do 3-and-outs, and we've had too many of those this year, and that's something that we can't do. Yeah, I mean, we're always focused on 1-game championship seasons. It doesn't matter who we're playing. That's the main goal. We know it means a lot to the fans and to everybody else, but we're focused on just 1-game championship season, not making the moment bigger than what it is. But yeah, we're excited. We're excited for every game, though. I mean, we love rivalry games. I'm excited to play in a game like this. That's why, like I said, you come to Minnesota to playing games like these, but 1-game championship season, that's all that matters.
I get the sense that there's an idea internally that you guys haven't put together a full game. I'm looking for that opportunity, and that's maybe where some confidence comes from.
Yeah, of course. That goes, and I mean, that's not just, in complementary, it's not just offense, defense, and special teams. It's, can we run the ball as good as we throw the ball? Can we throw the ball as good as we run the ball? On defenses, can we, rush the quarterback as good as we could defend the quarterback in the pass game? So it's complementary. Is just offense needs to be more complementary. Defense needs to be more complementary. Special teams too. But you're exactly right. We have not played a complete game yet. But this is just another opportunity to do so. So we're really excited about it. Yeah, it's just honestly keeping your poise, especially in an environment like that. Keeping my poise, controlling the controllables, and just offense. Just us 11, just playing as hard as we possibly can for every snap. So yeah, I mean, like you said, they got great playmakers, but it's just us, all 11 of us, doing our job, and I think that's going to be important in this game.
You mentioned preparation. How much has your film study knowledge changed over the years with you've seen, experienced new things?
Yeah, it's changed dramatically since I first got here. Yeah, I came here. I didn't really know a lot about the game, honestly, when I first got here. I just relied on talent, but that doesn't work when you get to college. So just throughout the years, even this season, it's changed dramatically. I mean, but I think Coach Harbaugh, and I think Coach Fleck, and I think Coach Simon, then Coach Nick, I think Coach Callahan too, they've all helped me. I'm still learning. I mean, this is all it's a journey, it's a process, and I'm super thankful for them because I'm able to learn something and learn what to watch, and watch. You got to watch these certain things, and it's all a learning process for me, and I'm super grateful for it. I'm super grateful for the coaching staff, my teammates, and they've helped me along this ride. So.
Facing a defense like Iowa, is there you have to be balanced in between aggressiveness and patience?
Yeah, I think that just has a lot to do with not going 3 and out, keeping drives going, staying on the field as an offense. I think there's times and places to be aggressive and not to be aggressive, but I think every play we're being aggressive as an offense. It doesn't matter if we're running inside zone, outside zone, we're throwing it deep, throwing a quick game. We're always, aggressive. But, yeah, it's just staying on the field as an offense.
What has BJ done, the staff done to try to prepare you guys for the crowd noise and the proximity of the fans?
Yeah, the indoor is the loudest environment on the planet. You can't even hear yourself talk when we practice. But Coach Fleck has always done an amazing job of preparing us for what the environment's going to be like. So, yeah, it's super loud in there, super loud. But we're all super excited to play in that environment. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be fun. And, yeah, he's prepared us really well for it.
Anything else for Athan? All right.
Thank you, guys.
Rossi and the defensive staff to you guys on the bye week?
Just getting back to us, getting back to what we do best, and that's what we do, and having detail in everything we do and playing the situation. Honestly, just getting back to the basics. Really, that was really what it was.
Iowa really tries to adapt defenses out with the 3 tight ends
Mhm.
and move your eyes and do a lot of different things in the run game. I know it's important every week, but how key is eye discipline on identification?
Oh, 100%. That's one of the biggest things that we've talked about this week is having eye discipline because, like you said, they have a really, really strong running game, like to gap you out with multiple tight ends, have great backs, but they're also really good in the play action as well. So you got to be ready for it, and you got to have great eyes because one little time you're out of position is going to be an explosive play. So, yeah, we know that.
What talked about defensively this week? You said he's been using the term break point.
Mm-hmm.
So when you hear that, what does that mean to you?
That just means being locked in and resetting yourself every single play. I think that just means not getting complacent out there, not like you said, getting bored with seeing the same look, the same play over and over again. Because that's what they do. They're gonna come and they're gonna give you the same look, give you the same couple runs over and over again, and then boom, they're gonna come out with a play action. It's gonna be like a handback or it's gonna be roll pass naked, something like that. So. And that's what they do very, very well. So what he means by break boring is just being locked in every single play and knowing the situation.
You're 1 interception away from tying the program up to those picks. How familiar are with that record?
I don't really. That's not what I'm worried about, honestly. Like, I'll look up and see how many I got after the season, but, I mean, every single game I'm looking to go out there and change the game and get interceptions and make big plays for my team. So, I mean, I'm not too concerned with the record. I'll figure it out when the season's over.
Rossi talked, I think it was last week, talking about kind of the concert or music,
Mm.
the rock concepts and how they all kind of blend together.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's always been kind of a copycat league. I feel like a lot of teams use similar route concepts. They just get to them different ways, have them out of different formations. So once you see something one time, it's really easy to pick up on it the next time, just because a lot of teams are running the same kind of route concept. So yeah, if you study them, yeah, it's easy.
Did you have a message for Darius after the Michigan game, and how have you kind of seen him respond to it before Iowa?
Yeah, it was really my message to him and everybody was just stay the course. Don't get too high, don't get too low. That's been one of the main themes of our team this year is having poise. So when it gets really good, you gotta have poise. When it gets really bad, you gotta have poise. So you just gotta take it on the chin and just keep getting better.
What's for you your last chance maybe to be part of a winning team against Iowa? What's the sense of urgency for you to try to get that pick before we walk out of the building?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, every single game is just as important as this one. I mean, when we win, we're just going to be 1-0 in the Iowa championship season. We just get to come home with a trophy. So every game is super important to me, especially in my last season. Like I'm a competitor. I want to win every single game. So the sense of urgency is as high as it's always been, man, and as high as we all always have. We want to win every single week. It's a championship game.
I know that tackling's a kind of big area of emphasis. What type of benefit do those drills have when you do the game?
We say all the time, boring habits become elite instincts. So the tackling circuit can seem more like a boring habit, just going through the motions. But if you really, hone in on it and take it seriously, those things do show up just like that in the game. You don't even have to think about it. It's an elite instinct now. You don't have to think about wrapping and rolling. You don't have to think about biting the ball. You don't have to think about sweeping the ankle, because we do that thing. We do it every single day. So that's one of the things that Coach Fleck talks about. Boring habits coming in elite instincts. That's something that definitely comes to fruition in the game for sure.
When you guys have been without Cody, he's been so much fun. You guys lined up
Mhm.
checks. You felt like you needed to do more with younger linebackers.
Honestly, I mean, one of the main reasons I came back was to take control of the defense. So I feel like myself already, I've always been wanting to do more, especially this season. In the offseason, I did a huge study of our playbook, just understanding what's going on in front of me, and knowing where guys are, knowing where alignments are, helping linebackers with alignments. So whether Cody was here or not, I would be doing the same thing. But definitely, yeah, that's been an emphasis for me, is just making sure everybody's on the right page. Honestly, it was just me going through the playbook every single day and just picking a position and learning. I started with the will linebacker because he's closest to me, obviously. I can talk to him the most. Then the rush end, then the Mike. And then I already know nickel and strong safety. Corners I already knew. So I just went from there, and I just honestly just went through and studied it and talked with my coaches and attempted to build a greater understanding of our defense just so I can help everybody out.
What have you upperclassmen passed down to the younger guys about the rivalry with Iowa?
That every single game is super important, but we know that the rivalry games are super important to our fans, to this state. But just knowing what it's going to feel like to be in that game, and the things that you need to be thinking about when you're going through that game, because it's another game that you can't get too high, can't get too low, because it's a rivalry game, so it's going to be back and forth. Things are going to go wrong, things are going to go right. So you just got to have poise, you just got to have an even mind the whole time.
Iowa's gotten off to a fast start in this game, I think, each of the last 4 years offensively. So if that's going to change on Saturday, what has to change for your defense?
Just like you said, starting fast. That's something that we say every single game: start fast, accelerate in the middle, finish strong. So if you don't start fast, it's going to be really hard to accelerate in the middle and then finish strong. So that's how it is with every single team. We just got to start fast.
Anything else for Tyler?
Thanks, Tom.
Appreciate you guys.
Success running the ball against Iowa. If your senior, when you look at trying to replicate that on Saturday, what has to happen?
Yeah, I mean, we're just taking it one game at a time, learning from our past to create our future. We've had success in the past. We've had success in the past against other teams too. It's just taking it one day at a time in practice and really preparing for this year.
When you look at the Iowa defensive line, what stands out to you?
I mean, they're quick, they're physical, they're big. They're going to penetrate. They're going to try and knock us on our heels a little bit. We just got to come off the ball low and really play low.
What's this rivalry mean to you? Your second
Yeah, it means a lot. It means a lot to me, growing up in Minnesota, my dad playing for the Gophers, but it just means a lot to this program as we take it one game at a time. Try not to make any game bigger than the other, taking it one game championship season, but it still means a lot.
Quinn, how would you describe the personality and playing style of
Tyler Cooper, he's physical, man. He wants to hit people, and that's what I love about him. He's never going to give up, even if we're down, if we're doing well, he's ready to fly off the ball and move people around. So I think he's doing a great job of that this year.
Obviously, I had Jack Campbell last year in the middle, and Jay Higgins is picked up where he left off. How key is he to their defense?
Yeah, he's a solid player for sure. Preparing for everybody like they're the best, and never playing up to our competition or playing down, just playing our best football each and every week.
What was the message from Callahan to the offensive line going into the bye week?
Yeah, good opportunity to rest a little bit, but also getting ready for Iowa. Having a little bit extra time to prepare for them and really watch some more film on them, having more time. But each week is the same with Coach Callahan. He's going to push us to be our very best, no matter who we're playing.
Do you remember the win the Gophers had over Iowa in 2014?
Vaguely, yeah.
What do you remember?
I remember watching Joe Bjorklund pick up the pig and hoisting it over his head. I believe that's the right game, so I'm hoping to do the same thing.
What were some of your personal areas of emphasis during the bye week?
Sorry, say that again.
What were some of your personal areas of emphasis during the bye week?
Yeah, for all of us, just hoping to get our legs back a little bit, but also individually, continuing to work on that pass set, because, the guys we're coming up against, they're going to be, some of the best in the country. So continuing to work on that as a tackle, and then, meshing together as an offensive line in the run game, continuing to do that so that we can, really establish that these next 6 games. Continue to establish that, I guess.
If you guys are going to continue to finish drives in the red zone like you have been going against Iowa, what has to change?
It starts with us. It starts with us up front. We gotta lead them. We gotta move the front 7 at least, and make sure our running backs have a lane, and make them look special. So.
What have you seen from Athan this past week and regrouping and everything for preparing for this game?
Yeah, he takes it one day at a time as well. He takes it very seriously. He's always leading. He's trying to be the very best that he can be every day. Leading us up front, leading the guys on the outside as well, and just by doing his job and being vocal too. So he's doing a great job.
In a really loud environment like Kinnick will be on Saturday night, what are the keys for an offensive lineman for getting off the ball quickly when you probably can't hear the snap?
Yeah, sometimes if I can't hear, I'll be looking down at the ball, but for the most part, I'm sure I'll be able to hear Athan, whether it's voice or clap. I'll be able to hear him. He's done a great job of that this week too. So just honing in on what he's saying, not what the crowd is saying.
Anything else for Quinn? All right.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.